We woke up nice and early on this fine Wisconsin April morning, only to find Mother Nature was still out on the town and apparently carrying her bender well into the morning. The first hour of our trip was a little bit white knuckle. Mother Nature's drunk again. I was able to capture the most exciting landmark on our trip through Illinois, this rest area sign. Oh, and I was able to capture the only forest in Illinois. There it is. We cross the Great River and make our way south into Missouri. We decided to spend our spring break seeking outdoor adventure among the Ozarks' rugged woodlands, limestone bluffs, and pristine waters chasing down rainbow trout. There's Uranus. We chose not to explore Uranus for obvious reasons. This is not that kind of video. This is fishing routes. Foreign state, foreign waters. This is a challenge. This adventure is going to be a little bit different. A little bit combat trout fishing. Way different than Wisconsin trout fishing. Use your net, boys. Because we're not boat flipping bass. And because I lost a lot of trout trying to boat flip them to shore.
I caught two. I caught another one.
The trout we're fishing are released, and that means we're gonna eat like meat eaters. And I'm excited about it. More on that in a little bit. "2022's been a hard year so far. Coming off a hard 2021, I was kind of hopeful things would be a little bit different, but they're not. Has nothing to do with the isolation that pandemic has created the past 2 years, the weeks producing things alone in my basement. I didn't tell the boys, but I'm really looking forward to this trip and not to follow around with a camera, but to actually fish. The opportunity to just kind of disappear in that. Something other than a Teams or a Zoom meeting. Maybe I'm just looking for light in an Ozark rainbow.
You know, we're using yarn ball, which like it's got a little jig head in it, just enough weight to get it to sink down a little bit, squeeze the water out and it'll float a little higher. But I put a strike indicator on here at a certain depth that I want it to run. And this particular one, usually they slide on the line, you know, with the hole in the center, but this one I cut a little slit in the side of it. That way I can slide it up and down the line, but I can also take it off if I want to. You know, by doing that, I just pull the pin and pull the line off, and it makes it a little simpler than having to re-rig everything again. Let's see if he came up to my strike indicator.
That's the only problem. Man, the older I get, the harder it is for me to tie up any of this small fly stuff.
Oh, there's a fly in my hand. I'm just not as nimble as I used to be.
I can't see shit anymore. Last night, even trying to thread a larger marabou pattern, you know, just to tie it up, I struggled.
Yeah, I used to be able to tie a knot so quick, it was crazy. Not anymore.
Getting old sucks.
Yeah, it does. Arthritis in your fingers, you know, it hurts your knuckles. You can't bend them like you used to. All right.
Yeah, I get sore now, even just walking behind you with the camera from doing this. My right arm.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Toast the other night, and I was like, I didn't even do anything. I just carried a camera around.
I mentioned combat fishing. This is what I'm talking about. After watching a few minutes, I'm fairly certain this dude's goal is to whip every last trout in this stream. He must be training them like a ringleader, because that's a fucking circus. You can see it doesn't take long before you're elbow to elbow. There's at least 50 to 100 guys in each of these holes, sometimes more. It is truly combat fishing, but there's enough fish released that the action is fast and furious. It's a perfect situation to do something we don't in Wisconsin, and that's to keep a few trout to eat. boys are wielding fly rods as their weapon of choice. I'm sticking with spinning tackle because I suck with the fly rod. There, I said it. Judge me all you want.
I'll spread it on.
Away from my house, and I used to do the whole March 1st opening day thing, and I think I got through 2 seasons as well. Like, this is ridiculous. Why do people want to do this? Well, couldn't stand it.
We don't have near this in Wisconsin, but we don't have the same fishery either.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Well, yeah, these are not natural.
After a quick lunch, we go back for round 2 with full bellies. Pretty sure this is the Valley of Death. Look at this shady dude moving in. My old man's got a trout laying on the pavement. Pay no mind. Don't mind me. See, I'm just going this way. There's nothing to see here. You may want to keep tabs on your fish, Dad.
Oh, yeah. He ain't that big. I thought he was bigger.
It's a nice fish.
Yeah, decent, yeah. Yeah. That'll do. Check some things out.
Yeah, I'm using a different rod tomorrow.
Didn't work for you?
It's a little bit stiffer than I want it to be.
I've got
my St. Croix. I've got my normal trout rod.
I got another one of those like I've got, that Sensolite in here in the reel. Or you can put your reel on it if you want. I don't care.
I really enjoyed this thing, dude. I thought I was gonna hate it.
And I love that it's a 2-piece.
Oh, it's nice.
I wish they made that. Is that glass, Dad?
Yeah, it's just glass.
I wish they made that blank still.
But the only problem I had, I missed a lot of fish. You could feel them hit it, but then you couldn't do anything because it was like the rod was solid, you know?
It's all soft.
Monofilament, and I'm fishing monofilament, and this is also glass. So can't really lay into them.
Well, it's 7:49 and we're getting a late jump. Gavin's already gone fishing. See what we can get into.
Yeah, he does have one on. Good. I just want to make sure that line was working for him too. Holy crap! Look below here.
He's got a big one too.
Yeah. Hi. I wonder if anybody's going to show up today. Uh-oh.
12 fish.
You got to watch what you're doing. You're going to lose your bait. I got him there. Put him right over here.
We've been coming down in the evening. You got it to yourself.
We were here last night, too. We stayed in the cabins up here. But
I can't get a fish without casting.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
4 people every time we cast them, we get over the line.
Yeah.
We're casting right down with it.
Yeah, this is a little bit different fishing,
My
eh?
boys fish this little hole right here. Fly rod. I don't fly rod much, but good little hole usually when it's slow you get it.
yeah, we come up or down from Wisconsin. We were, a couple days ago, we had 4 inches of snow. When we left up there, and it was we still got ice on our legs. We just wanted to get away for a couple of days. We knew it was kind of going to be busy, but whoa! Oh, don't let him get down in there.
What a crap ton of them. Almost every other drift. It was awesome.
I'm sorry?
That was really fun. The bobber just twitched.
See, that's
It'll do the same up there, though,
That's the
too.
best way you fish that. Here's your net. Watch the car coming.
How many bear fields does it take to retrieve a fly from the tree?
Where to go?
Correct answer is 2. Changing a fly line's like changing a tire in NASCAR.
Now to do the thing I said I was gonna do. Get lost and do some fishing. And action was pretty good this morning.
That'll eat.
I yanked at least 10 rainbow trout out of this hole, just bouncing a marabou pattern right along the bottom. It didn't matter the color. And it was exactly what I needed.
He's not fighting very good.
I catch 2 fish.
I caught a zombie trout.
Look at that.
In the mouth.
I know.
Well, I don't want that.
I see trout right here.
Yeah, they're cruising this whole thing.
It is not every day you catch a trout that's already been cleaned.
Little rainbow.
Few days fishing with my old man and Gavin. This is gonna help at least get my head right. For now.
Pretty neat fishery. I think they stocked 700 fish last night. They kind of do it based on the trends from what we were being told over the last few years. It's a neat experience. Something a little different. There we go. Wind's picking up.
Look at all these guys in the water. You do not see this in Wisconsin. The streams I'm fishing, you're lucky if you see a person. Here you gotta mind your manners and stuff. Like if you rip one, you gotta say, "Excuse me." It's insanity. This has been a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and I appreciate you coming along. If you haven't already, take a second, subscribe, share this out. Every view, every sub, it all helps, and it will keep me creating content to share with you. My old man and I made several comments about Gavin being born in the wrong period. He's like a modern-day Huck Finn. Look at him sitting there, no shoes on, happy as a clam, fishing for trout.
6, 7, 8.
Grabbing bobbers that were snagged up and left behind.
I swear I had more.
More than 100 gallons of clear, cool water gush from this spring each day, and from a spring branch stocked daily with rainbow trout, waiting for lucky fishermen. If you don't mind chatting with a few new friends that you meet as you fish elbow to elbow, everybody's respectful of your space, courteous, super nice, and it is what it is. There's the occasional cast over somebody else's line. You deal with it. There'll be more from Fishing Roots real soon. Stay tuned for a behind-the-scenes look of what it's actually like. Ah, Jesus. I can't. Jesus. I can't.
There you go.
How many bear fields does it take to retrieve a fly from the tree?
Where'd it go?
Correct answer is 2.
Oh no.